So, let me take these off because I make too much noise. I'm going to ask you why you're here, what you know about me, what the commitment is, because here's what's interesting. I'm offering a very unique challenge. It's going to be 10 weeks long. It's wildly selfish. My goal is to get great before and after photos. You better show up. And offer my decades of knowledge of how I went from size 12, 14, struggling with weight my whole life, to living life in a size 2, 4 body. Not struggling about food, not standing in front of the refrigerator at 11:30 at night, crying every night, wondering how come I can't stop eating. I have so many issues you couldn't believe it. And I think at 52, mother of twins, I'm like, okay. I'm on television, I'm still making a living. I'm doing something, well, amazing, thank you, I'll take that. But along that way, I have invested thousands of dollars in emotional rehab, seminar training, all kind of crazy stuff that I've gone through, but I had a vision of what it is that I can do. What can I create? So you're my guinea pigs, okay? In exchange for that, you're going to transform your life and your body. And my goal is that you get, in exchange for that, you're going to get something pretty wild. You're going to get a sense of community that you may have never had before. You're going to get a, you know what, actually let's, do me a favor. I can't cook this week. Okay. I love that, but, and it's good, but I have to, no, and I'm not scripted, so I want to make sure that we get this pretty intense and get you out the door. Thursday night was miraculous. I didn't quite know what the journey's going to be. That's my motto. It's, if you go into my dressing room, you'll see I carved it into my dressing table and put glitter in it because glitter is my favorite color. And you're standing in a studio that I dreamed about. Now here's what's interesting about me. I don't come from any money. In fact, when I was in high school, my dad put his hand in the printing press and spent 3 years in the hospital getting his hand rebuilt. Completely desperate, we were done. I had to get a scholarship to go to school, and it was bad. And then my mother at some point was held at gunpoint in my house, and they took everything else that we had. So I never married, I slept my way to the middle. Somebody laughed. I could have done that, I didn't. I'm the breadwinner in their family. That doesn't go on videotape. I love my husband, he supports everything I do, and I could not raise 2 children without him. It's been 21 years, but all that you see is because I said I wanted it, and I don't know how to do it. So the big phrase that I love people going, I don't know how to do it. Oh, by the way, and that is also not there, I curse a lot. Apparently I have Tourette's. God damn it. No, I don't know how that happened. I went from, I'm a normal person, but apparently those words seem to be the only thing that really express how I feel. Maybe it's because I've been through car accidents and my husband's little brother got murdered. Every while you just kind of say words that just express how you feel, and I don't know, it comes out that. My last assistant was very religious and took great offense to that, and I fired her. No. And my kids' teachers, I said, you know, your child said a really bad word in class. I'm like, is there something fucking wrong with it? So apparently, and I'm making light of it. I don't really like if any of you say it, I'll smack you like my father did when I came home from college. But I find that in speaking, I say words that are not appropriate, and it's my vocabulary, and I'm sorry if you take offense. I really am, because I'm sure I could do it better, but I don't. And I also no longer making many apologies, because I think I have a gift to offer the world. I think all of you do too. I think one of the reasons that you're here is that most people didn't give you permission to, no, it's okay, yeah, to express your gift and to be all that you can be. And we're all looking for something else. Okay, I'm going to create a really cool sacred space where we get to do that. So the challenge is 10 weeks. Have you ever seen Jacqueline Juice or me on television? Who here doesn't know who I am at all? That's okay. I'm amazingly famous and you live a very sheltered life.
I know today. Yesterday I did not know who you were.
That's okay.
Today I do.
But everybody knows Oprah? Okay, I need to be the health and fitness Oprah. I've spent most of my life on television and very invisible. My own fault, by the way. I stood next to Jacqueline Lane. I stood next to Montel Lane. I stood next to a lot of people and made them look really good because it was never about Forbes Riley. My ego was not really that big. I grew up in the theater. At home I've done, I don't know, 50 plays. And I learned that even if you have the lead, you paint the scenery. So what that training helped me do is make me really accessible, and usually, in fact, my new assistant said, you're way too accessible. I don't separate me because I'm on television, and I sit next to celebrities as anything better than everybody else, and the common thread that I hear from people on sets is, wow, Forbes Riley knows everybody's name, and she's one of the crew. There is no delineation at they have a lot to offer. There's a big difference. So it's never been about me. And now it's going to be about me. Now my name is going to be all over this building. I have a very cool name.
Good for you.
Well, you know why? Because you come to understand that it's really not about me, but if you have something to offer, and in today's world, we're very big about branding. And so if you create the brand and it happens to have a very cool name, but I have a very cool thing that I stand for. And it's passion, and it's women. By the way, not to exclude men, I coach a lot, but the men that are attracted to me, and I say that, fall into two categories. On Facebook, they're the men that are attracted to the image or whatever men are attracted to. But then there's the other man who understands women, who gets the feminine side of him. And by that I mean somebody who is sensitive to growing and changing and feeling emotion and all those things that we don't typically associate with men. I love those guys. And it's funny because I was with Oprah in Atlanta, and there were 5,000 women there, and 15 men. And she said that, where are the guys? The guys who are here are guys who care to learn about women in their lives. And if you read the book, Happy Wife, Happy Life, you'll know. So there's something about the male energy that has got to, you just have to just touch your feminine side to want to be around them. But having said that, two of the guys in Thursday were Bill's very macho, I gotta tell you.
Oh, yeah.
But open enough. The guys that aren't attracted to me are the ones like, you know, muscle it a little bit. That's not the guy I'm gonna work with. But women-wise, I get you guys. And we're gonna go through this real quick because it's a small enough group, but there's not one of you that will surprise me by anything you tell me. Because I understand what it means to be overweight, to not feel comfortable in your body, to not feel sexy, to go, do I shave, wax, I have to wax, why do I wear nails, do I manicure myself, you know, mascara, eyeglasses, hair, color. I get where we're all this in, it's what we do. We're ridiculous. If you had to put on mascara and pantyhose and all this stuff, and a bra, we're nuts. But I understand all that because we do this. And that's what makes women, talking to women, really powerful. I'm very tired of men telling us what we need to do. I've been on every diet known to man. I started out life as my mom was 260 pounds. And we grew up in Long Island at a time when fried chicken and, you know, when McDonald's moved in, yay, something to do on Friday night. Big Coke and big, you know, real Coke back then. And French fries and a Big Mac. And then when the Kentucky Fried Chicken moved in next door, we had meals for a week, okay? Lived on extra crispy. Now we know what's in that stuff and how bad it is and why we fight our weight because I got addicted to all that stuff. And the confusing thing for me is I was a dancer. I'm a really good dancer. I made all my dance with Bob Fosse. Excellent. But you ever watch Lacey Swimmer or Cheryl Burke on Dancing with the Stars? Mm-hmm. See the size of their bodies compared to everyone else? Mm-hmm. I was that girl who could never figure it out. And in those days, it was not acceptable. So people made fun of me all the time. I was never 200 pounds, except when I was pregnant. But I was 150, 160. Girls next to me were 100, 110. Every single day of my life. I was an actress. I was on As the World Turns, standing next to Julianne Moore and Meg Ryan. It was so painful, I can't even tell you. And everybody's pain is relative. It was as intense as it needs to be. So I was on every single diet that you can imagine. I was in New York City. At one point, I went on the Beverly Hills diet, which is pretty much mango, papaya, mango, watermelon, grapes, all the bagels you can eat. Never quite understood. She was Jewish. I don't really get it, but try and get a mango in the dead of winter. I can pick out a mango 300 paces. I understand, mate. Believe me, I was obsessed with this diet, and it worked. Every diet works for the 3 weeks you can stand doing it, and then it doesn't work. Every diet works, and every diet sucks. You don't live on a diet. And so, excuse me, I have 2 9-year-olds, and one brought a friend over, and apparently this is what happened to my Love McKenna and Hannah. I don't know what they were doing last night, but so I have to look at my, not very sure what I'm going to find here. Oh, this is new. Oh, you know what's so funny? This is new. Oh, Chris got a new one. Oh, let me start over again. That's kind of cool. Wow. There's great people working in my office, except I don't have a pen. Can I ask? It's useful. Oh, you know, actually it is. It's still one of the bigger one. There's a marker in my desk.